Well, holy fucking shit, look at this. Back from the dead. Reaching for the ashes. Dead man walking there, whatever. It's me, I am. I'm not finished with you guys. So, it's been a month since I've been making a video. The last video I did was a WrestleMania video, and literally that was it. Like, literally. That was it. So it has been a long fucking time. I mean, so, yeah. So, I was a little bit busy with the schedule, and I really did not have really much time to make video, and there wasn't that many videos to cover, even though I got a few in a few days. So yeah, and let's talk about Payback 2017. Payback 2017. Um, it was a pretty decent. It was a decent show, to say the least. Um, I did the pay. It was a good show. The build has been pretty questionable, and yeah, it was not really much a good build that you can say. So yeah, what was that believe the preacher was Anthony Cash versus Gallows and Carter and Anderson. Just end the fucking feud already, please. I swear. This feud has been. I just don't care anymore. The match was pretty much forgettable. And Sarcasm wins. Yay! Yeah, they never win any big matches. Oh boy. Now let's get to the main card, which was open with Chris Jericho, Drinking Man versus Kevin Owens for the United States Championship. This was a much better match than WrestleMania. I will say, because the WrestleMania, I don't know, it was watch and to follow, which was, in my opinion, the best match WrestleMania. AJ Styles was the Champion Man, and they really had enough time to tell much story here, and and we got a little story with Jericho hit the code breaker and always using the finger, and Jericho realized, so he uses the finger as an advantage to beat Owens here. So yeah, and this was a really good match, and Jericho wins shockingly. Wins the United States Championship for the second time. Yeah, he lost the title yet again, dropped back to Owens at the SmackDown. So, but yeah, this was pretty much to send Jericho SmackDown, get another star power SmackDown, which really kind of needs at this point. And yeah. So thank you, Jericho. Hope you come back really sooner, because you have been the best part of the WWE over the past year. So Please combat Jericho and thank you Jericho for it. So what was the next match? Um, Let me think. I believe was the tag team championship match between the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro. Baby, yeah, just go to the match. Damn it. No, I think it was A. Austin Eric versus Neville. Yeah, I kind of believe. So Austin Eric versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship. Um, Another really good match between the both of them. Um, Neville has been a great cruiserweight champion. He's easily the best cruiserweight champion since the cruiserweight championship was re-established. And Austin Aries has been on fire a little bit for that cruiserweight division. The finish with the DQ, yeah, might suck, but might have a purpose because the feud can continue now for a little while. Hopefully, I stream they have a ladder match. Please, please, this must be a ladder match, please. And I think that is when the tag championship, right? I believe. Um, so Hardy, well, Hardy's versus James it was a fine match. So yeah, so fine match. So um, let me get the Hardys coming back. Apparently the plan eventually is to do the broken gimmick in WWE, but they must have uh uh the agreement with that got them out. Fuck that out. Like Ravis guy said. Fuck that out. So yeah. Um so they must have a common agreement to do the work agreement. Hopefully. And I think someone mentioned, like Solomon said, Jeff Hardy, when not used to the Swanton bomb, he like literally lands on the ground of the full body of the opponent of the back of his head because it's easier on him and he doesn't have to get beat up or be injured or be banged up anymore. Even though he is. So yeah. And Jeff even knocked out his tooth out of the match. So yeah, that's all got that to say. The Hardy wins, and this is Sheamus to Sabo turn heel, which was kind of needed for this deal. And it was pretty much teased with the phony handshake. Did you saw that phony handshake they did on the past few episodes before this? So it was pretty much how they were turn heel. And they did. It was a pretty good one. So pretty good heel turn by Sheamus. Next match is the Raw Women's Championship between Alexa Bliss against the champion Bailey. This was in Bailey's hometown. So, of course, she lost. But it made sense. But I will get a little more why. The match was, honestly, this was Alexa Bliss' best match on the main roster today. To, to, to date. And if you look at Alexa Payback in these matches, wow, those matches were not horrible in my opinion. The chemistry was seemed a bit off, and with Alexa and Bailey, it kind of almost clicked immediately for some reason. So yeah, And what I like about that film is that she used the DDT to hit a match, which, by the way, we Bailey tried to do a pinfall. She landed on the head on a post, and Alexa Bliss used the head that Bailey had and uses it to her momentum and become the woman champion. So pretty, really good finish. And congratulations for Alexa Bliss, she made history. She now holds both the SmackDown and Raw Women's Championship at the same freaking time. That's pretty unheard of. So yeah, congratulations, Alexa. Now we get to the House of Horrors match. Oh boy. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. Uh, what do I say about this? The first half I kinda like, but then when they got to the ring, it was just the first man. It was pretty much like the final deletion between the Hardys. Not there, tell you for I got a little bit enjoyment on the first half. But then the second half when they come to the ring was just and then Jinder Mahal, yes, Jinder Mahal is the number one contender for the WWE Championship. If you guys didn't know that. So he comes down and then he hits the title on Randy Orton, and then Bray Wyatt hits the Sister Abigail's pinfall. So Bray Wyatt wins even though he had help for Jinder fucking Mahal. Thank God the field is fucking over between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Since it peaked way long time ago, so yeah. Just thank God, but man. It was good the first half, but then the second half was Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. It was a decent match. Um, the Rollins knee injury really slowed down the match, and the finish kind of really came out of nowhere if you really think about it. Rollins wins, but instead of making it a little tough, instead it made him look extremely lucky that he won. And Samoa Joe was just man. So the match was just not good really as expected, but it was still a good match. And then the main event, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Now let me tell you about Braun Strowman right now. He's easily the best Powerball. He really is. That thing with the Ambers was one of the most solid but awesome segments in Raw in weeks. He had broken through the ring, and he's been on fire. So they had to put him over Roman Reigns. There was no other figure that they could have done. Braun Strowman had to fucking win. He had to. So yeah, so they did the right thing. They have Braun Strowman. Even though Roman Reigns was now 100%, even though he wasn't technically clean, he still beat him. That's him on fault. And then he continued to be in that match. So for what I thought they were gonna make Braun Strowman, and then this is the poster. And then the poster hat. Oh my fucking god. So So Braun Strowman. So Roman Reigns was sitting on the ambulance after he refused to get AT&T's for being in the structure. And then Braun Strowman, like out of nowhere, in one of the most hilarious ways I ever seen, he said, "I'm not finished with you." And then when he literally said that he runs to the fucking ambulance store, runs through the bracelet, and then falls through a piece of boxes. It was like, what the fuck? And then Roman Reigns beats him over the door and read the ambulance. Like, what? So all that beautiful brawl, and this happened. Wow. Just wow. Unbelievable. So yeah. Wow. So overall, Payback was a pretty good show. Um, the post show was hilarious, but baffling at the same time. So yeah. Super Evolution signing off. He is back. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Payback in the comment section below. I'm Jason Marinius, and I have proved this.